Welcome to the Grandma's Virginity Podcast Special. Leftovers, Volume 1. Fasten your butt flaps for a heaping helping of segments too hot for the podcast. Or just too terrible. You'll hear things like this.
Oh, you just thought I was a sincere, me being funny right now. No, I'm clearly commenting on Justin fucking ruining every segment by doing a knock-knock ding-dong bit.
And this.
I don't want to even say these words. I don't even want my name in these words in the same sentence. It's making me sick.
And maybe this.
And then when it extends into a flower, it becomes the word rapport. Or edit that out. That's lame.
No, that's good.
No, that's great.
And now your hosts for the special, Justin Roiland and Ryan Ridley.
All right, welcome to the very first installment of the Grandma's Virginity Podcast Special, The Leftovers, Volume 1. And this is basically, I'm Justin Roiland.
And I'm Ryan Ridley.
And this is basically a bunch of clips that
Well, first of all, Justin, we should say that if you're a first-time listener to this podcast, maybe this isn't the one for you. This isn't a normal representation of what we do here.
Get the fuck out of here.
This is a special episode. I advise you to maybe go back, listen to episode 6 is pretty good.
Get the fuck out of here don't let the door hit you.
So
No.
The reason we ended up doing a special episode is twofold. One, we had all these segments that we cut for various reasons. Some just because of time or because of it bumped with other things.
Or because of money.
Or whatever. And the other reason is because we usually record on Sunday, and last Sunday was 4th of July.
Yeah, we couldn't do it. We've been very busy.
Yeah.
I'm busy. I'm so busy I want to slit my throat.
Yeah, so Justin's a busy man. Believe it or not, I'm a busy man too, even though I'm constantly shrying about how broke I am. I've never done more work for no money in my life.
And Jackie's busy, so...
And Jackie's not even here. She's too busy to even be here.
Right now.
And this is a perfect opportunity to judge how much that affects the show's quality.
Yeah. So what do you think, kids?
So
there's a bunch of segments that got cut from various episodes for, sometimes the show was too long, sometimes something bumped with something else, so we could only have one of those two, so that got cut, or maybe something got cut just because we thought it wasn't that funny compared to the rest of the episode. But we're gonna lay it all out here for you to hear all these wonderful things that got edited out. Now you can be the man on the wall and listen with your ears. Right?
If you've ever wondered, what doesn't make the cut, well, this is it.
Yeah, now you can know. Now you can judge for yourself. Did we make mistakes?
Did we make the right call?
Should we have left these in? Should we have left them in place of something
others?
else?
Yeah.
Maybe there was another segment that you feel we could have edited out in place of one of these. You do the research.
You tell us.
You send us an email. But anyway, so let's get the bowl on the roll. All right, this very first clip you're going to hear was edited out of episode number 8, which is just a few episodes back. We cut this out because it bumped. We did 2 questions to Jackie, and this was the second one, and we felt like we couldn't have 2 in one show. It was not cut because it was bad. It was just, we didn't want to have 2 segments that were similar. And it's really funny. Oh, geez, you just wait till you hear this one.
Also, we'd already done in the past, in episode 2 or 3, a question where we asked Jackie about eating feces.
Yeah.
And this is sort of similar. The concept behind this question is sort of similar, so maybe that's another
Yeah,
reason
and there'll be more of these coming up in future episodes. This is a good little place to go, I think.
So this is called the Wal-mart Dilemma.
Jackie, you're familiar with Walmart, just like I'm sure our audiences are familiar with Walmarts, correct?
Yes.
Think of the dirtiest Walmart you've ever been into.
Got it.
And I'm sure our audience members know what I mean. There's some clean ones, there's some dirty ones. Think of the dirtiest one.
Got it.
With the grossest people inside of it.
Yes.
For $10 million.
Okay.
$10 million tax-free. Mm-hmm. You're inside of the grodiest Walmart. All the doors closed with steel gates, with the customer still inside. Businessman comes up to you and says, Jackie, $10 million, yours tax-free. You have to
I know where this is going.
You have to bring every customer that's currently in the store, including employees, to orgasm. You have 1 year. You can span each one out over the course of how you can do 50 a week if that's how you want to do it. You can do 2 a weekend as long as you get them all done within 1 year's time.
Wait a minute.
At the end of that year,
well, how many customers are there? Like, what time of day is this?
Go into an average Walmart. Let's say it's like noon. No, let's say it's like Saturday at noon. Yeah, a lot.
This Walmart angle adds
Costco.
a lot of unnecessary detail.
I
Could
can
be
tell you right
Costco.
now. No.
Well, what I'm asking.
No. I couldn't do it.
100 million.
Ooh, 100 million. Jesus.
$100 million. Now, here's the thing. That includes women.
I know.
And it's not about
children.
You. Well, yeah, children over the age of 12. And here's why. Because
that makes it okay over the age of 12?
Of course it makes it
okay.
okay.
The Bible?
It doesn't make it okay in the eyes of me. It would make it okay in the eyes of the law. The law would say.
I think we had the theme of our show this week. It's fucking crazy law.
Crazy law.
Theme.
So the rules would be: look, we got permission from the government.
So that means all the 70-year-old ladies
Everybody.
at the checkout stand that have mustaches.
Yes.
And, oh God.
And here's the thing: you would have to bring.
There's gonna be VD.
You'd have to bring everyone to the brink of orgasm. You can use whatever tools necessary to do so.
That are lying around Walmart.
No. Here's the thing.
So you mean I don't even have to have? I don't really have to have sex
You
with
can't
them.
build a machine and sit in the corner. No.
But so you can.
It has to be an intimate encounter.
So it could just be hand jobs.
Sure, it could be hand jobs, mouth. But here's the thing. Actually, let me just clarify. At least 50% have to be mouth, anus, or vagina.
Good Lord. This
$100 million.
This theoretical question has more
and it seems like the customers in Walmart would take forever.
Jesus, it's almost like an end-to-mall game show.
Yeah, they'd take forever to climax.
It's almost like 1 versus 100. How does that work?
The documentation for this question that Justin's asking has pages and pages of footnotes and cross-referencing.
Pages. I could fit this all in a paragraph.
Well, let me
easily.
get this straight. Okay. So Jackie is in a Walmart for a year.
No.
Okay?
You just have to get the names and numbers of all the people that are in the store.
Christ, that's a lot of work.
As the people, hey, it's $100 million is going her prize. You think there's more money backing the?
How about this? Why don't I simplify it?
Go ahead,
Jackie. You're in the Walmart. All the doors, whatever, shut. Okay. For 24 hours, or let's just say over the course of the night.
No.
You've got to get at least 20 people off.
No.
What do you
Okay,
mean,
fine.
no?
That's a different one.
Yeah,
but mine
Justin's is way worse.
Is fucking complicated.
No, it's not. It's easy.
Okay, so $100 million.
The names and numbers.
So the ladies
Look,
can,
there's a guy that organizes it. Yeah, she. You can have your own personal assistant that sets the appointments. You tell them, okay, I want four ladies over the age of 50 every week. I want 5 gentlemen under the age of 30 every
week. You're gonna have
week.
to get like a scheduling.
Yeah,
I can't do it. I mean, seriously, I even
200
for $100
million.
Jesus.
200 million.
1
year of sexual work.
So you said sometimes it can be. You said sometimes it can be hand jobs.
50% have to be mouth, anus, or vagina.
Oh God!
And that doesn't matter who you do it to. If you want to say every woman,
this is more confusing than pigs or people.
Well, no, this is even worse. I was gonna say than eating turds, because like turds, it's just like it's easier. I don't know why.
Well, there was still a lot of rules baked into the turd thing. It was like had to be a certain size.
Turds was so much easier than this.
From someone she knew.
I just think about it, and I think that I have so much psychological damage. I don't even know.
$400 million. Tax
okay,
free.
fine. $400 million. Done. Ding. Sold.
All right. Okay.
$400 million.
You heard it here first.
Let me get this straight.
Yeah.
Jackie's locked into a Walmart. Whoever is in this Walmart
in 1 year
put on a list.
Yep.
Jackie must get all of these people off that is on this list that are over the age of 12.
Correct.
But they're all mostly over the age of like 50, and they're all disgusting.
Fine, whatever.
50% she must get off using either mouth or vagina.
Correct.
The rest she can get off in any way of her choosing, but she must bring them all to orgasm.
This whole thing is very uncomfortable.
Yes, she must bring them all to orgasm.
It's just very complicated.
And
He's going.
Would you do it? For $400 million, think about that.
I would.
For $400 million, it just seems like anybody in the whole world would do it.
I'd do it.
But it is, imagine, it is a minimum of 200 people. Ugh, there's only 365 days in the year.
Well, what if
you'd be a busy.
What if you walked in there at 6 a.m?
No, he said it has to be at noon.
No, it has to be at noon on a Saturday.
Yeah, like a crowded day. And just,
you really thought this through, Justin.
Yeah. Noon on a Saturday. And also, you look, if it makes it any better, it could be a Costco.
Justin,
could be a Target.
Justin?
No, but Walmart, that's a good
Well, let's
pick.
shift it to Costco.
Or the dollar store.
Let's shift it to Costco and Van Nuys on Sepulveda Boulevard.
Let's shift it to a bus station.
Oh, God, you guys.
Justin,
Yeah.
Jackie,
Yeah.
you've got 50% of these people you must use your mouth or your vagina for.
Or her anus. So you want to obviously use the mouth, anus, or vagina on the attractive one.
But Justin, but you're leaving it too wide open.
The MAVs.
You need to break it down
Mom.
even more. Out of that 50%, let's say 50% she can use whatever means she wants.
Yeah, but it still has to be your skin. So hands, elbow.
30% she has to use her mouth.
Okay, fine.
This is nasty.
20% her
I don't want to
lady
even say
parts.
these words. I don't even want my name in these words in the same sentence. It's
The
making
remaining
me sick.
10% anal.
It's
Yeah.
making me sick.
Fine. So what about those rules?
I don't like it.
But you do it for
forever
400 million.
known as
I
Wal-mart
don't want
rules.
to talk about it.
You do it for 400
I've
million.
had enough.
Well, Jackie,
I
what would you do
don't
if
like
I
it.
told you there's a man right outside? His name is Michael Thompson.
Ready to lock me into the
I can hear his
Walmart?
footsteps walking up the door right now. I can hear him walking every.
I hear him breathing heavily.
He's a heavy breather. Oh, is
Oh,
this,
no, don't
Michael,
answer
Michael
it.
Thompson's
Don't
right up
answer
Don't
it.
answer. Okay.
Go away.
I don't. Oh God, he's relentless. Jackie, I'm sorry.
Hello, Jackie. It's me, Michael Thompson. I'm here with Ed McMahon, and we're here to present you with a $400 million promise check. If you go through with it, Jackie.
No.
Jackie, Ed
No,
McMahon
Michael,
here.
no.
I've got a 75-page manual that explains the rules of this negotiation.
Hey-o.
As you can see, there's a pie chart.
Oh, is Al Pacino now?
And Jackie, I'd also like to add that I feel that you're the best woman for the job. I've been studying you and following your career, and I feel like you're the best woman to get this job done. My grandmother's in the store, so I hope you treat her with
I hope she makes it into that vaginal category, or
at least
mouth.
or at least your mouth to pleasure her.
Hey-o.
It'll be great. And here's your promise check. You'll get the other half upon completion. I have to go now.
She gets $200 million now.
No. She would get. It'd be like Brewster's Millions. You'd get an allowance, so you
Right.
wouldn't have to work. So your
Yeah.
full-time job would be fucking
To buy
people.
dildos and
all that shit.
lube and whatever.
And then you would, and also to pay
diem.
rent. Per diem. You'd get a good amount of money.
This is a full-time job.
You'd get
You get 3 times as much as you're making at your current job.
Yeah, and that's your allowance, and then at the end of the completion, boom,
That's nothing.
you get the rest of the money. It's still great.
This is gross.
And I, Ed McMahon, will be judging and interviewing each person to make sure they were brought to full orgasm. Hey-o!
And also, sorry,
Wait,
I know I sound a little. I'm Ed McMahon. I sound a little different now, but I just want to also add that I'm gonna be in the store too. Hey-o! And I want to go first. Hey-o, Johnny. Here's Johnny.
Okay, this next piece is from this next bit of
Yo,
business
check out my piece.
is from episode 7. That was a long, chaotic episode, and
It was Ryan's sad episode.
yeah,
where
that
he
was the
just
one-
sad.
if you remember, that was one where I was very insecure, but it was also just an incredibly unwieldy 3-hour chaotic mess that we had to shave and shimmy and sculpt down to a nice, tight 90 minutes. So this had to get cut, but I think it's pretty funny. It's us talking about
Well, go ahead.
it's us talking about it's our early analysis of how we feel about doing a podcast and the reaction that we get from friends.
And the thing that's funny is where it goes, us talking about our who we think our big fan base is. But the other reason why it was cut, or maybe not why it was cut, but one of the reasons why I'm glad it was, is because we definitely come off sounding like a bunch of little crybabies. Oh, our friends don't listen. And the fact of the matter is a lot of our friends do listen.
okay, but still some
But
don't.
not enough.
And it reflects a certain.
And not that I care.
All it does is it captures anyone who's trying to do anything creative and tries to get their friends to listen to it. And when everyone has that familiar sense of like disinterest from certain people close in their lives, and it captures that feeling.
Yeah, so tune in to that, baby.
And I will say one last thing. This is also the episode where Justin was an absolute lump on the log, and you can hear that a little bit in this too.
I'm a lump on a log, baby.
It's pulling teeth to try to get him to do anything in this episode.
Yep. All right. Well, that's how that's how it goes. All right. Take a listen with your ears again.
Can we at least talk about how everyone that we tell that we have a podcast to, I mean, not Jackie because she doesn't tell anybody, but Justin and I have nothing but contempt when we tell our family and friends anyway, like, or our peers, like, hey,
well, family's okay. Family likes it,
your
but
family maybe,
but friends,
my family doesn't.
I mean, I think just anyone
Your family
in general.
doesn't like it?
my uncle sort of like whenever it comes up, hit I get together with my family.
The father of the 14-year-old?
No, not necessarily, but like another uncle. We're very close family, so we're always together as a group. So another uncle. Just kind of like has this. I just get this vibe, he listened to the first episode, I think, and just kind of just thought we were green, and so kind of like every time it comes up, he's just sort of like, I get that attitude, like he kind of like feels like it sucks.
Is he like some kind of a professional or something?
Yeah, sort of. I don't want to get into it. Like now, this is stuff.
Listen, nobody wants to hear. Hey, check out my podcast.
Yeah.
Because I don't want someone to ask me to listen to their podcast.
It's annoying to be, but what is it about the fact that,
Hey, but you guys were getting on me for that when this first started. Like, did you tell anybody? And I was like, no, because my friends just won't listen to it. Now you're starting to come around because people are starting to say, yeah, I don't listen to podcasts. And that's what I was talking about.
But think about it like this, because we have listeners, right, Justin? We know we have
devoted listeners.
Okay. The listeners who like the show, who genuinely like the show,
yeah.
genuinely are fans of you, Jackie, even though you don't believe it, and even though you don't believe that we take you seriously enough that we would wait a day to do a recording with you.
Which was wonderful.
Okay, genuinely enough, they like the show, they listen to the show, they think it's funny, and they write us emails expressing that, or reviews on iTunes expressing that. It's not a large group of people. It's a nice, devoted, culty fan base.
Yeah.
But who cares? I love the fact people listen and like the show. But you try to get your friends and your family, people closest to you.
Sometimes too, I feel like your friends want you to fail.
Yeah.
They
absolutely.
want it they want people you to crash and burn.
Why is that?
I
Why
don't
is it the
know.
people closest to you,
I don't know.
Take you the respect you the least. Take
like
you
maybe
the
they're
least.
jealous, but you're doing something that they've wanted to do, but since they can't, they just talk trash
what
about
do you think
it.
It's about,
I don't
Justin?
know.
I think that people in similar professions or similar fields do tend to get competitive, I guess, maybe. I don't know. I mean, but I also think a lot of it has to do with just the fact that it's like the instant reaction is that it's going to be a garbage thing.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. They're predispositioned to assume that everything's bad, and they're not wrong for that. I mean, look at YouTube. 90% of it is fucking garbage. But it's like, I don't know. My whole approach to it is just I don't give a shit. I don't care if it's nice to see that we get a ton of downloads, but I'm fully aware that those are people
Relatively
that don't
speaking.
know. No, I know, but I'm just saying
a tiny ton.
Yeah, okay.
A ton in a little mouse world. What's that guy's name?
But still, I really was surprised at the amount of downloads from complete strangers, which made me so happy.
And I don't care. I don't give a shit if it's people that know me. I don't care. I honestly could care less. I actually kind of prefer that it's people that don't know me that are listening, as opposed to like it would be so much worse if it was all of our friends listening and no strangers.
Of course,
it's so much better because it's like then we don't have all that baggage. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know.
I do lately though really think that the song is like that. People hate it when their friends become successful. They
Schadenfreude is what it's called.
They hate it.
It's a German word for when you wish your friends failure, I think.
You know, in the Muslim religion, there's a saying where they, what is it? God has willed you that or something. Like, I'm not jealous of you. Like, that's it's like this. It's actually just it's as common as saying Gesundheit or God bless you when someone
when
sneezes.
you tell them good news.
Yeah, it's like I got a new car, and it's like whatever it is.
It means that God meant for you to have that.
God has willed that to you.
Well, that sounds like
I'm
nice.
not jealous.
It
is nice.
Sounds a little passive
Maybe
aggressive.
we should convert. I'm thinking more and more.
Too.
The Muslims know what's going on.
Because when excuse me, Akbar, have you heard? I have a new podcast. I want you to listen to it.
Oh God, may God will it to you.
You said we were #1 with the terrorists.
Yeah, we are.
We cut that out.
Oh,
Akbar,
Why?
would you listen to my podcast? It's doing very well. It's charted on iTunes top 50.
Oh, I'd love to listen. May God will it to you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
May God. I understand, and I understand you're doing a one-man show in a black box theater in Santa Monica.
Yes.
Oh, I will come see it. I will take your flyer. May God will you to have many people come and
Thank you.
see it.
Thank you very much.
What's the Middle Eastern television?
Al Jazeera.
Yeah, Al Jazeera. Maybe they'll feature us.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they will. I've already talked to the main guy.
Please.
We do. Yeah, we're sponsored by Al Jazeera.
We need friends.
And this is a word from our sponsors. Americans, don't you believe that our entire country is driven by a demonic ideology of greed and selfishness and narcissism and what other adverbs?
Brought to you
adjectives?
by Al Jazeera.
Yep.
Well, renounce your culture, accept the will of Allah, and tune into Al Jazeera tonight.
They play some great cartoons on that.
Yeah, they got some real funny ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have ones.
They're timed to classic music.
They have a cartoon. There's a great cartoon that I watched. It was the Hamasketeers, I believe.
Is that real?
Yeah, the Hamasketeers, and it's adorable. Like, Justin, don't you understand the sound effects are kind of derailing any potential
We're
comedy we
supposed to
can
be
generate?
quiet. We're supposed to act
ignore
like
them.
we didn't hear it.
Justin,
The crowd really appreciated that joke.
Have you seen
We're in
that
front
show?
of a live studio
Have you seen
audience.
that show, The Hamasketeers?
No.
It's really good. They you seriously, I'm not kidding. This is a real
I
show.
believe
on
you.
Hamas.
What? Are you fucking
Yeah,
kidding
and
me?
Al Jazeera. It's called The Hamasketeers. It's like the Mouseketeer show.
They tried to get Annette Funicello for a spot. Actually, I read about that.
Well, yeah, they. I mean, of course. But
Isn't she dead?
Oh, how dare you?
Her and her buddy, they're both
Frankie
dead.
Avalon.
But anyways, the
Oh.
Kamasketeers.
yeah, the
so,
Hamasketeers.
So what do they do on the
Oh,
show?
it's adorable. They sing musical numbers.
Yeah?
About the destruction of America and Israel.
And do
They have these hilarious characters called the Great Satan and the Little Satan, and they come
Aw.
out and like the Musketeers beat them with whips and pikes.
Are they white?
Well, the Great Satan is like looks like George Bush, and the Little Satan looks like
They're
a
outdated
Jew.
now. They need to redo those episodes.
Yeah.
They're behind the
Well,
times.
Um,
those are the classic ones. Those are
that's classic
Yeah.
Musketeers. That's the
Yeah.
ones that are in black and white.
I heard it airs twice a day now. It airs the regular new episodes, and then they air the classics
Yeah.
later in the day.
And a lot of big
They
stars.
have a boomerang version, like so they air and then they have another channel
Yeah.
of all the like.
Yeah,
Nick
exactly.
at Night.
Exactly. ESPN Classics.
Yep.
Exactly. And a lot of the big stars in the Arab Muslim world have come out of there, like the Britney Spears of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And
What's her name again?
Her name is
Ooh.
no. I just because I didn't do my research about the cast member names. I believe her name is Britney. Wait, hold for edit. What's a funny pun on a Muslim or Arabic name?
Brittany
Shiara Spears.
Brittany bin Laden.
Sharia Spears. Yeah, Brittany bin Laden.
Brittany Hussein.
Yeah, Christina Al Akbar is another cast
Oh.
member.
Justin
Timber Jihad.
I can't wait to. I watch it every day. My TiVo records it, and I always can't wait to get home so I can tune in.
Yeah.
to
What
it.
and what are your favorite bits on the Hamas?
I love when they take they line up in a row in like a line, and then one guy comes out and with like stick.
Gun?
No,
Oh,
it's a stick, like a really thick, heavy stick, and he just hits their hands really hard.
Uh-huh.
I love that.
When they're singing.
Yeah.
HAM.
Yeah.
ASK.
I love it.
ETTERS. So that show's sponsoring the Grandma's Virginity podcast, and they love us. Unlike our family and our closest friends, they go, "Your bits, I love Tabby the Topic. I love Jimmy the Janitor."
They're responsible for all of our downloads. I heard.
Yeah, and all of our emails too, mostly.
Yeah, absolutely. Boy, if the FBI, if the CIA could get a hold of our emails.
Shh, be careful. It's a secret.
Don't.
It's a secret.
Let's not make fun of them. They'll kill us.
Well, we're not making. They like us. They like our cheeky sense of humor.
That's true.
Yeah. Don't temper your show on our account, please. But don't. We like your edgy Jesus, Justin, you're fucking in a coma. Okay, so this next segment is something we cut from episode 4 when we had our first guest, community creator Dan Harmon, on the show. This is a segment that actually I did like, and I think I had it almost down to the wire of keeping it in the show proper, but at the end of the day we cut it because it's pretty brief. But it's an idea for what I thought could make a good and fun, regular, reoccurring segment. So why don't you guys give it a listen and you tell me.
Open up your ear holes.
You tell me if you think that this next segment should come back as a reoccurring.
Send us an email.
Enjoy.
Who was that one comedian that had that joke, like, for meeting women, which could be on your dad's list of, like, go up to a lady and be like, hey, I'm going to rape you. Oh, just kidding. My name's Justin. Nice to meet you. Who had that joke?
I don't know, but
do you remember? It was like
Paul Reiser.
Bill
No, it wasn't
Cosby.
Paul Reiser. But anyways, your dad should include that after Jazzercise.
That would be a good way in.
Yeah.
Is the idea with that the woman experiences for a moment that it could be worse,
Yeah.
and then
it's just a
your
joke.
stock goes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, wow,
It
now you
becomes-
seem like the president.
Yeah, it becomes lighthearted.
It's even better if you pull a knife out that looks super realistic,
Yeah.
but it's rubber.
And then you go,
And
yeah,
you-
yeah.
And you
Best of all, it turns into a bouquet of flowers.
after you jab it into her stomach and
That
it sort
would
of
be-
just crinkles up,
that would have to
pull it
impress-
out and it's
yeah,
flowers.
that would have to impress a woman, right? If you
Yeah.
just, whoosh, and it just the knife turned into flowers.
Is there any way that the word rape could be on the blade, and then when it extends into a flower, it becomes the word rapport?
Or
No, edit that out. That's lame.
no, that's good.
No, that's great.
I'm
We're
sure
just- we're
there's a
just
patent
spitballing
guy
here. We're just
sitting
spitballing.
somewhere with a
Yeah.
pen trying to figure out how to make that happen.
Yeah. It's-
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Probably not even listening to the show, just
That's
coincidentally.
dumb. that was like a Hustler cartoon that I just envisioned. I crossed the line into Hustler
It's
cartoon.
good. Theater of the mind.
Well, you know,
Theater of the mind, Theater of the mind, or Hustler
Yeah,
cartoon.
your choice is yours.
you decide. Coming up tonight.
Let's play that game. Theater of the mind or Hustler cartoon.
Okay.
I've seen Hustler cartoons, so I will.
Okay.
A black man, an African American man, standing at a pharmacy counter with a giant penis the diameter of a fire hydrant, and like going down onto the floor and then up again and laying on the
Like a
counter.
python.
And the caption is, as the black man speaks to the pharmacist, says, "You got any condoms that'll fit this thing?" Theater of the mind or a Hustler cartoon?
I want to say Hustler cartoon.
Yeah, that's why I'm leaning to Theater of the Mind. Because it seems so obvious that'd be a Hustler cartoon.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Jackie.
I don't know. What is theater of the mind? 'Cause what are you talking about?
Theater of the Mind is, like radio shows. They create these,
just pictures
vivid,
in your head.
Yeah, vivid.
In other words, was it just made up now, or is it a Hustler
Oh, I thought
cartoon?
this was some type of
Yeah. Did Dan
theater
just,
of the mind.
Yeah. That's what the concept is. Did you just make that up now as a Theater of the Mind piece, or is it a pre-existing Hustler?
Yeah. What was
cartoon?
it?
Okay.
Well, Jackie, what do you think?
Hustler cartoon.
Yeah, that was a published Hustler cartoon.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That I
Incredible.
saw once.
I like this segment. Can you just come in every week for the segment? So this segment we cut out from episode 3. It was originally in episode 3, and it's I'm not sure why we cut it, but it's a story. Justin explained the tragic death of his grandmother. Justin, you want to explain what happened briefly?
Well, I went into great detail on how my grandmother died on my mom's side, because it was very unusual and tragic and insane, and I only covered that part of the story so I could get to the juicy part, which was at her funeral, and you'll hear all about that in the clip.
This is a story of Justin telling a story from the day of his grandmother's funeral.
And really quick, I cut it because I didn't want to upset my mother, who listens to the show.
So is this going to be a problem?
No, of course not.
Okay, here we go.
Her car died.
Have you
that's where
never
she
heard
was.
this story before?
I've heard it, but I'm pretending I haven't for the sake of the podcast.
And now
Oh.
everyone knows it. Okay, so hold on real quick. This is where the best part gets.
Did she make it, Justin?
So then we go to the funeral, and she was Mormon, and like a handful of my family is Mormon on that side.
Was it your mom or dad's side?
Mom's side.
Okay.
And me and my cousin are sitting on my cousin Leland are sitting on the, sort of on the row where people leave. Like we're the pallbearers, whatever it's called. We're like, oh, we're so sorry, we're so sorry, we're so sorry, we're so sorry, and we're sitting there. We're like the representatives of this funeral, in some weird way. And I look over, and all my aunts and my mom are just sobbing, and I'm not crying. I don't know. It hadn't hit me, it hadn't hit home. I'm still in La La Land about the whole thing. And my cousin keeps trying to make me laugh. He keeps leaning over and saying shit like, let's go beat off in the baptismal font. And I'm like, okay,
that's making
very
me
good.
laugh. Your cousin's good.
Very good, very good. Well, that didn't make me laugh. But I'm like, okay,
very
okay,
clever.
I see what you're doing here. It wasn't until this fucking lady who we had seen a few times at the funeral, I'm not kidding you, just covered head to toe in metal braces and crutches. Like she must have fallen down 100 flights of stairs. Like she had just
continuously or over the course of several
months. She looked like she had scaffolding, just like up and down her whole body.
Did she have doozers going up and down her?
Yeah, the doozers were there. Yeah, they were busily building away. I mean, I'm not kidding you. It was like
she handicapped as well? Was she walking like?
Yeah, she was like limping and just stumbling forward, like lumbering forward, like just like a mass of metal.
Did she have Bell's
hiding
palsy?
this human?
Like some sort of steam?
No. It wasn't. It clearly had to have been like a car accident. I don't know what the fuck it was. I've never seen anything quite like it before or since. But it was like just metal braces, like a fucking machine.
It was like Wild Wild West, like some sort of archaic steampunk cyborg.
It was incredible. And if I only had some photos of that woman, and I'm saying like every limb, every part of her body, a neck brace. I mean, she looked like a fucking weird. I don't know what.
Or an erector set.
So yeah, exactly. Like some kid just said, "I've got an idea, Grandma. I'm gonna build an erector set around your body that will sort of move with you as you walk."
Fun. I do have a funeral tomorrow. Is it gonna be off by then?
Oh well, hopefully.
Oh, well.
Later that night, it won't come off. Oh, just go to the funeral with it.
No one will comment or laugh.
So my cousin leans over to me as this fucking lady is coming up to us to, say, I'm sorry. I don't know who she is. And he says, and this isn't even that funny, but at the time it fucking sent me over the edge. He leans over and says, "Hey, don't look now, but here comes Tron." He called the lady Tron. Which doesn't even make sense because Tron is a video game. There's no robots or anything.
Like a black light, like very sleek, simple design.
Yeah, and it's this fucking overly complicated robot grandma that's coming. And so I lost my shit. I couldn't stop laughing, and I had to cover my face, and everyone thought I was just sobbing. Yeah. But I wasn't. I wasn't sobbing.
Did I tell
the record?
Oh my God, I've got a similar story.
I'm too manly to cry like that.
Okay, this next segment is from episode 3. It was cut out of episode 3. It's after the first episode. We had done something about a Jello commercial. Justin.
Yeah. So, well, here's the thing. Like, I have a lot of commercials that just baffle me, and I've got them on my computer, and we'll do more in the future on the regular show when I can find them and track them down. But this was the second one, and I think didn't we cut it because it was just too short, and
I probably wasn't too crazy about it.
I still really like this, but this is the second Jello commercial that we play and just comment on, and I think this is really great. So tune in and drop out.
Well, also it's an example of us. Something we don't do that often that I'm curious if we should do more, where we actually take real audio from TV or commercials and comment on it and analyze it.
Oh yeah, I think we should do that more.
Well,
the problem is it requires preparation, which doesn't often go into the show.
So here it is.
Here you go, dummy. So I've got another commercial that I just happened to stumble upon, and let me just say, this one is a real doozy.
Boy.
And guess what? It just so happens to be another fucking Jello commercial.
Oh boy, Jello.
Jello's really striking 1,000 with me, man.
Batting
100, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So yeah, the first one was Jello last week. Mm-hmm. This one, I'm like, what are you kidding me? This doesn't even make any fucking sense, people. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so just listen to this. This is seriously, like, I want to hear what you guys think, because I'm not even going to tell you why it's fucking retarded. I'm going to let you figure it out.
We'll figure that out.
Okay, here.
New Moose Temptations by Jello. A rich and airy treat. Because after you've washed the bills and paid all the dishes, it's finally me o'clock. Enjoy it with Moose Temptations. 3 decadent flavors, 60 calories. It's me o'clock. Time for Jello.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck you.
I want to buy Jello.
Well, I tell you, it's
I
clearly...
want to buy it. I want to eat
After
Jello.
you've washed the bills.
and paid the dishes.
Did
Yeah,
you just
What
say?
is she-
Did you just say
It's-
what? Did she say WASHED or
yeah.
WATC?
Wash the bills and
I don't
pay
get
the dishes.
it.
It's for people that are
That
suffering,
are retarded.
going through dementia, early
Yeah.
early
Is
onset
that-
dementia.
Is that what they're
yeah,
saying?
yeah. They're marketing because they're like,
You're
they
like-
know that they're going to be confused. And to them, it sounds perfectly normal. Yeah, I washed the bills and I paid the dishes. This Jello sounds like it's for me.
Because
'Cause
that's
it-
that's
know.
what I was thinking when I heard it. I was like, well, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, that doesn't make any sense on any level. You're not setting up something that's clever. You're just nonsense talking.
It got
is
my
it-
attention.
Wait, play the beginning again.
Okay,
what did
listen.
she say? Okay.
New Moose Temptations by Jello. A rich and airy treat.
I like the faux London Calling ripoff. or
Right here.
something.
Because after you've washed the bills
What?
and paid all the dishes
I didn't do. I wasn't just
Okay.
hearing
Oh, I
things.
get
So
what they're
hold
doing.
on. So hold on, real quick.
and paid all the dishes,
See what I'm saying? Paid
Yeah.
all the dishes. She
Yeah.
says.
What?
What are you talking about, lady?
No. Well, it's. Yeah. I mean, I think what they're trying to say. Wow, I'm so echoey.
I know.
Sorry,
Why is
I
it?
had-
Why
I
are
to
we
s-
echoey, Justin?
I had to switch.
Is it going to sound echoey on the podcast?
No,
'Cause if not, I
please,
sound
please,
like a real
please
asshole right now.
Try to just ignore that.
Okay.
That's just.
So, obviously, this Moose Temptations is, it's being marketed towards women who, they're so busy. Their lives are so crazy and hectic that sometimes they get confused when they're taking care of the household, when
When they're washing the bills and
yeah,
and paying the dishes. I just
unless
don't-
this is a commercial from an alternate dimension, where, unlike a Twilight Zone episode,
I don't think if on people first hearing this are even going to know what it is. They're
Well-
not even going to get the joke. I didn't even know what was happening.
Well,
is the visual of the commercial show the woman like writing
No.
a check and then putting it on
No,
the dish?
the visual is a lady sitting, like almost like the cat sits on the moon. Sort of like there's this weird, like she's up in almost like the Muppets when they pop out of the Muppet sign. It's like
Uh-huh.
up on a stage. These letters. She's sitting on this letter on the Jello letter.
Uh-huh.
A J?
Yeah, like just
The letter J?
One of them.
Maybe
O.
you need some Jello.
Oh, good point. Fair enough.
Since he
Good
can't,
point.
you know what I mean? Washing the bills.
Oh,
and
you're
he's
saying
got
Justin's
dementia.
brain is
He
is
can't even say the
misfiring.
letter J.
Yeah.
Well,
He doesn't
but-
even know the alphabet
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
How am I to
For
know
when
that?
you can't remember what letters are how they're pronounced.
But are they saying eat Jello and it'll help your dementia, or if you would like dementia,
it cures
eat Jello?
dementia.
Is that what it is?
Well,
it does.
They don't make that clear. Because I'm thinking
they don't want to
shit.
spell it out. It's just like when we talked about the sexual subtext of the last Jello commercial. They're not going to say, eating this Jello is going to make you have better sex or come off sexier. It's a subtle message that
Yeah.
you eat
You'll
this
be
moose
cured.
sensations and your brain will.
You know what it is?
not
It's
be
poor advertising. It's dumb. It's ineffective, and it's just stupid.
That's true.
That's what it
I have a
is.
great uncle who's suffering from Alzheimer's, and I'm going to
The cure
suggest.
is
Yeah.
just a grocery
It's
store
not a
away.
cure for anything.
Auntie Margot, have you tried Jello Moose Sensations?
Have
for-
you
for
Jello'd
Uncle
try?
Jeremy?
Have you Jello'd try? I need to run my face.
I've got to go walk the cactus and water the.
You can't even do it. You
Bulldog.
need Jello.
Yeah.
You need Jello.
You need a nice hefty dollop of Jello.
Moose Sensations. Justin, you
So-
really have an axe to grind with Jello. And also,
Well,
why
no.
are you seeing so many Jello commercials?
No,
what are
here's
you
the thing.
watching that has so many Jello
The
commercials?
Food Network. I've been watching a lot of the
Oh.
Food Network. But
'Cause
here's
if
the
you
thing.
like food,
I have no axe to grind with Jello. I just think their commercials are fucking stupid.
Okay, this next one is a perfect example of a piece of audio that I was struggling to find a way to keep into the show. It was from episode 7, which was this chaotic mess of a show that Justin derailed repeatedly. And if you listen to that episode, we have Derek Waters, the creator of Drunk History, on, and we interviewed him, and I thought it was a good interview, but halfway through the interview, Justin does his best to totally derail it, and we spent about an hour in the middle of that interview. You hear there's an hour derailment that I then cut entirely out, and then so it sounds like it's one long interview, but actually there's an hour of chaos that I cut out. Now this is I think the funniest piece of that, and what it is it's me expressing so much anger and frustration at Justin for derailing it so much that I tell him, that Justin finally says, all right, I'm going to take control of the show. I'm going to get it back on track. So it's me sitting back going, okay, let's see how Justin gets the show back on track, and then him starting off trying to do that. Now, also what you're going to hear is that this is the episode where Justin introduced this funny new bit he does all the time now, where he rings the doorbell and does a knock-knock as a character. So, Justin, give a little taste of that.
Well, I don't have the sound effects rigged, but it's essentially you hear like, ding dong, ding dong.
And then,
hello, it's me. I'm Crazy Magoots. Whatever.
Well, and
anyways,
that day,
not a real character.
That day it was a lot of Chinese-sounding, Asian American sounding characters.
Hello, I got pizza for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was doing this bit where he's showing up as a Chinese man delivering
Korean.
pizza. Okay, whatever. And so he had been doing that and getting us off track so much that this is my response to it.
Enjoy. Right now, we're going to talk about, the problem that we've all been facing together, and I don't just mean us. I mean the whole world, the whole American society, and that problem is, the economy is real bad. But that's not even what the problem is. The real problem is that we're all, just getting a little too much entertainment in our lives. So what do you think about that, Ryan?
Too much.
Too much entertainment. Just everywhere you turn. Oh, there's a TV show here. There's a movie there. There's a book there.
Look over here. Look over here. There's an advertisement. Look over here.
Hey, it's me. Hello.
Who is this?
Who
are you?
I'm saying Girl Scout cookie.
Oh, how much for a box?
You look
I got
familiar.
Samoa, I got thin mint, I got peanut butter darling.
Everyone's Chinese tonight.
I'll take a couple boxes.
Oh, okay.
But do you have them with you now, or is this one of these old switcheroonies where they don't come for 6
No
months?
switcheroonie. This is on the up and up. You
All
just
right.
give me a credit card. I take it back to Girl Scout headquarters. They process it. They send you back your cookie.
No. If I'm gonna give you my money now, I want the cookies now. I'm sick of this Girl Scout cookie
I got
bullshit.
no cookie. I get robbed if I carry cookie around.
All right. Well, listen. I think you'd do a lot better and make a lot more money if you actually had the cookies with you. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I got sample.
You're a perfect example of why the Girl Scouts of America are in the shitter.
What'd I do? What
Jackie.
did I do? I was just thinking about Girl Scout cookies. I want to know how many came in the box when I was in 6th grade.
Your
because I
co-host,
think it's
Jackie,
like half the amount now.
She looked very disinterested.
Have you
many-
noticed that? You
Chinese
barely
lady.
get any cookies now
Yes,
when you
yes.
have the box.
Yeah, it's
Chinese
true.
You get
Chinese
like
lady.
10
Well,
Samoas,
Jackie,
and I think
yeah.
there used to be
let's
like...
ask the Chinese
Yeah,
lady.
let's ask me.
don't want to-
Chinese
Let's ask
lady,
me.
how many cookies are in the box?
Oh, they're 25.
And how many were in the
30.
box in the 80s?
Oh, they were like 30, 35, 40.
So they-
Well, tough
Why'd they
time.
change?
A tough time, Derek Water.
Why did?
Economy not good.
I just want to
I
let
feel
everyone.
like I'm at one of those shows when someone's like, come check out my improv, my stand-up act, and then you go because you work with them and you feel like you're
Oh.
obligated, and then you go and you sit through, they're like, oh shit, please don't ask me how it was. Please,
Wait, in
I want
reference
to try
to
to
what?
leave before they come out.
I thought you were
and then
referencing
they're
the
like,
character I played.
and then they're like, what'd you think of my show the next day at work? And you have to go like, oh, it was something.
Wait, what are you saying? What do you mean?
Do you know what I mean?
Jackie, do you even get that what I'm doing right now is goofing on Justin in the way he's been running the show? Do you
I
even
just
get
wanna
the
say
subtext here?
that I
do you
have
get that at all that I'm making a commentary?
I have.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't.
Oh, you just thought I was a sincere, me being funny right now. No, I'm clearly commenting on Justin fucking ruining every segment by doing a knock knock ding dong bit. That's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, we should do one of those. Hello.
Oh, excuse me, now the real one come in. Oh,
Hey,
hello.
nice to see you.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah.
Who is this?
Well, we ordered some pizza.
Hello.
Oh,
Hey.
excuse me.
Sorry, I texted you some pizza. 200.
Hello. Who is this?
My name's Derek.
No. Who's the other Chinese person
Oh.
here?
Oh,
Sorry.
my name Linda.
Who are you?
Rinda. We wouldn't say Linda.
What are you doing on my?
I'm saying Girl Scout cookie.
No. I'm so Girl Scout cookie.
No, I said Girl Scout
This
cookie.
is my-
You get out of here.
This is
This is my territory.
my territory.
My territory.
What could you
I'm
have been
funny
doing
character
tonight?
who shows up and knock on door, ring bell. Now you go away.
Oh no, who's this?
Oh no, who this?
I don't know.
Hello.
Hello, who is this?
Hello, my name is Mr. Loops.
Hey, Mr. Lips.
Hey, who are these two Chinese people here?
They're just hanging out doing cookies.
who are
You
you?
want
Get outta
any
here.
cookies?
We do improv show. You want to see? Groundling Cedar. Come over, see it. It's good. I just passed 4th level.
In scene.
Okay.
Very
Thank you.
smart
Well,
choices, all you guys.
Yeah, so
You heightened each character.
I just want to say that I have Korean relatives. I'm not racist.
good.
I hope they love you long time.
All right, this next little doozy that you're going to hear is us. This is the very first thing we ever recorded. This was the beginning of the first episode. We're discussing in earnest what to call the show. And this is before Jackie and Ryan knew each other. This is the first time we sat together in this room. And I think this is interesting because this is like us trying to figure out what we're going to call the show for real. And you'll see why we decide on Grandma's Virginity, more or less.
In case you've been wondering.
Yeah, because we get emails about that. I feel like this is a really good, insightful little nugget for all you kids to hear. You know, you're going to learn a whole lot about your favorite podcast today.
And about how to name things in general.
Yeah, there's
Can
some...
help
There's
for
some.
dogs or...
I mean, here's the thing. You're going to hear a lot of names. Like, we go through and list all the names that we almost called the show.
Sure.
I mean, we were on the fence, and then we finally just said, all right, fuck it, it's Grandma's Virginity. And then we went, and then we continued on and recorded our first episode. So, get ready for this. Dentists for Decide.
Deicide.
Oh, Deicide, okay.
Well, you thought I would say dentists for
I think
decide?
that mic is backwards. Turn it around. Can you turn it around? Yeah, okay.
Like this?
Night and day difference. Holy
Really?
shit. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I should have had my headphones on when I was adjusting the levels. Okay, well, we've got... What about oral discussions for ears to hear?
Mm-hmm.
No?
That's a little long.
Orthopedic dildos.
Yeah.
Novocaine for your brain. This is yours.
This wasn't the name for a podcast. It's the name for the slogan of one of your dentist-based ones. So go on.
Well, let me rattle off my dentist-based titles. This Week in Dentistry, 3 Wild Dentists, Dentist for Destruction, Medical Discussions, Dumb Dirty Dentists, 3 Decisive Dentists, and then the slogan could be Novocaine for your brain. Join your host for a weekly dose of laughing gas, and don't forget to spit.
That sounds real. That sounds like a real, earnest attempt at a catchy, draw people in synopsis.
We're going to talk about dentists.
Well, if you're going to just call it something random and arbitrary, why not call it Grandma's Virginity since you've already created that brand?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I'm just saying if you want to do something random.
Because you want them to be 2 separate things?
No, I don't mind. I'll call it Grandma's Virginity. But what are people going to think when they see that in
What are people
They're
going to
gonna
think when they
it's
see?
cool.
Yeah.
They're
What
gonna
about
think it's
This
really
Week in
cool.
Dentistry? I mean, I'm just saying if you're going to pitch a bunch of arbitrary ideas that are
Well,
nonsensical.
what about brain cum?
No, that's gross. I don't like that one. I don't like anything with cum or whatever
Yeah.
dildo.
Yeah,
It's inappropriate.
it's also going to be censored on iTunes.
What about talking abortions? Or Bordy and the Abortionettes?
Uh-huh.
Or Bordy Abortions and the Abortionettes? What about 3 mothers?
3.
I remember I modified it to 3 single mothers.
3 single mothers?
Yeah.
Or Slurpee and the Slurpersons?
If you go to a site called bandnamemaker.com, It literally, you hit a button and it just generates random titles that are just like
Just
might
like
as well
that?
be. Yeah.
What about some of your things at work when you're talking about your names, or like when not
Talkie.
but a bunch of bucktooths, like, you know what I mean, like that type of stuff. What are some of your other names?
What about people who talk? All right, I'm gonna stop recording. This is a waste.
Okay, this next bit of business was cut from episode 8.
It's a bit of business.
This was actually, it was an overall thing. You hear the main segment where we're talking about being angry and fighting, I think, right?
Yep, you're gonna hear it.
But this was a part of that we cut out, and it's Justin's advice to telling me how to deal with my anger. And
I think it's some mighty fine advice, and I'd encourage all the fine folks out there to give it a shot.
And one of the big reasons why
Not really. Don't really do it.
One of the biggest reasons why we cut it was because we had to make a choice in that segment. They're sort of bumped thematically with something we end up keeping, dealing with bodily fluids. And as much as we like to have our fun with that kind of base humor, we don't want to go overboard.
Yeah, not 2 in one show.
Yeah, so here is
Maybe in this one there'll be.
Yeah, so here is the missing
segment
part
a
of
cut
that.
scene.
Of that
Take a listen,
segment
dummy.
from episode 8.
You've seen those every so often on the TV show or movie. You see the like jokey scene of the group therapy session, and the guy on the ground screaming and crying and hitting a paper bag. Dad, you hurt you. Let it out, Tom. Dad, you really. So that's my advice. Just get a paper bag, write a face on it, maybe put the person's name below the face, and then just really lay into them. And then after, I'm not saying I do this. I'm
You
just
think
saying
that would help?
Right.
Probably
No.
not.
You know, people say, I don't get angry. I mean, I put it into my art. I just try to transfer that energy into my art and my writing or whatever. I say, get in a fucking fight.
Transfer that energy
Get in
to
a
your
huge
fist.
fucking fight.
Yeah. Go to the local
Make sure your
Starbucks.
friends are there in
go to-
case you're going to get your ass kicked and you need people to save
Bring
you.
some
or
backup.
Bring some backup.
But go to the
and-
local Starbucks and then get it, sort of shove somebody. Go, what the fuck's your problem? Why don't you watch where the fuck you're going? And the guy's
sorry,
like, hey, man,
sir.
you shoved me. What'd you say to me, bitch? You say one more fucking word, and then you just start
Wait,
punching
have you
him in the
guys
face.
ever been in a full-on fist fight?
Every day.
And elementary school does not count.
Every day.
I say no. I'm going to say no.
No, I used to have to fight all the time when I was younger because I get picked on a lot. But I'll tell you what. Yeah, we'll let Justin handle the sound effect commentary.
yeah, please. Please.
I
And
used to-
that does not
So you,
deserve
but
a
wait a second.
sound.
You would fight back?
Yeah, but I gotta be honest. I would always feel so guilty when I'd fight. Like once I fought back and I beat a kid up, and I felt fucking horrible about it
Why?
because I don't like to hurt people.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Come
I wish I
on.
had a group of people going, oh.
It's
I
true
don't have
though.
it.
I feel tremendously guilty. Like I don't want to hurt anyone. But now I'm thinking, like lately, I'm thinking I need to get. Thank you, everybody. Our studio audience agrees with me. But I feel lately like I need to tap into this. I don't think I need to like be violent, but I need to tap into a more aggressive part of me. Like I think I need to tap into like the inner like fucking ball
Maybe take a
busting
kickboxing class.
Jewish side of me, like the
I
fucking
know what you need to
Harvey
do.
Weinstein side of me. Like you trying to fuck me, motherfucker? Well, fuck you. I'll fuck you. Like I'm too much of a pushover.
No,
I'm
I'll
too
tell
much
you
of a-
what you need to do. Have
That's
you?
what- Yeah, go on.
Have you seen the Japanese videos where the guys kamikaze cum
Have
shot
sex with
on
those
girls?
pillow
No.
ladies?
let me fucking talk for a second. This is important for Ryan. There's these videos where the Japanese men like run up and just squirt cum on a girl and then run away.
Yeah.
And then like the guy in the bush is videotaping it. I think it's called the kamikaze cum shot. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But they're online. You'll find it. It might take you a couple hours. but
Please
you'll
don't.
Find it.
If you're 14,
Yeah,
or,
please don't.
Please don't.
Please, get your parents' permission, please. But anyways, Ryan, do that. That'll just make you feel like $1 million. Just sit in the bushes, time it right. You're about to go, run up the girl on the bus stop bench, and then run away.
It's a new therapy that's sweeping the nation. Kamikaze cum shot.
Jill, I just can't believe this kamikaze cum shot. It's just crazy. Here's
really
Sally on
changed
the
my world.
scene with a report.
It's like it's the new secret. You know what I mean? Instead of the secret, it's are you sick of not getting what you want in life? Well, now it's time for my newest program, the Kamikaze Cum Shot.
I'm Tony Robbins. I want to tell you about the kamikaze cum shot. I used to be like you, naked, sick, with a cold every day, tired, depressed, angry,
Broke,
can't
alone.
have cancer. I found out about the kamikaze cum shot. Changed everything.
It's
now
like
I'm rich.
It's like Pearl Cream, the Japanese secret. The secret the Japanese have been using for centuries.
Yeah.
Has now been brought to the West.
The kamikaze cum shot.
Kamikaze cum shot. Order now.
All right, that was the very first special of cut segments that we struggled to come up with the name Leftovers.
Volume 1.
Is it Leftovers?
Yeah, the Grandma's Virginity podcast special, Leftovers Volume 1.
Leftovers Volume 1. Keep an eye out, kids, for Volume 2. It's coming down the pipes in maybe 2 or 3 months.
Plenty more that we've cut out that we didn't put in this one, and
there'll be more to come, baby.
There'll be plenty more to come. Look, it's like making hot dogs. Lots of lips and poopy holes on the cutting factory room floor.
Well, anyway, so I hope you don't hate us because this is not an actual episode, but I feel like it shouldn't make any difference to you since the show's evergreen anyways.
It's new stuff. I think
stuff
it's
for your
somewhat
ears.
entertaining, but we promise we'll be back next Friday with a
episode
brand new
10.
Episode 10 proper, a brand new episode.
Kind of putting off doing because we wanted to do something special, but it looks like it'll just be a normal episode.
It'll be a regular episode with lots of special surprises, though. I think it'll be a good episode.
Yeah, there'll be a special surprise in there if you're lucky.
And that's it. Jackie will be back for better or worse.
Jackie's going to be back. You're going to hear her.
Continue to write us emails. Follow us on Smith is going to say this, but we read every email. At least I do. We appreciate it.
I do.
I'm trying to take the time to respond. I might be a little bit late on some of them. So
we get a lot now.
Yeah, don't be creeped out if you get a response.
And we can't have a really long email segment every episode, so we only get to a couple, but still write in because who knows, maybe that email we read is yours.
You'll win.
And you'll win your time, us talking about you. All right, enough.
All right, everybody, goodbye, and see you next Friday.
Tune in next Friday for the next official episode of the Grandma's Virginity Podcast. Send emails to grandmasvirginity@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter @GrandsVirginity. And give us a little old rating on iTunes. I'm your announcer, Smith Harrison, and you can follow me on Twitter too, @VoiceOver Studio. We'll see you next week.